Hello and welcome to my review of the very large and very busy looking LEGO Ideas 21330 Home Alone house set. Now this is a set that I have been really looking forward to looking at ever since it was announced in, I believe, October or maybe even September. But here I am looking at it now, and it's a pretty good timing because it's just a few days before Christmas. So, let's get into it. Now, if you have not seen Home Alone yet, well, what are you doing? You should watch it. But I will be having to spoiler alert or something, because I'll have to say some things, but, but just go and watch it. Anyway, let's get into it. Well, the first three minifigures in the set, from left to right, we have Kate McAllister, who is Kevin's mother, and then we obviously have Kevin McAllister in the middle, and then we have Old Man Marley on the right, and Old Man Marley comes with his snow shovel, which is his accessory, and all of these look really accurate to the movie. The hair choices for them is great, and Kevin comes with a hairpiece here, so he doesn't always have to be wearing a hat. But the torsos look good in all of them. I will remove Kevin's scarf so you can see what he looks like underneath, and Marley's beard. There they are with their pieces removed, and the alternate faces for Kate and Kevin shown there. So there you have them. They look good. Very fitting alternate faces for the film, and torso looks good with the pieces removed. Oops, bumped it there. But they all look good. So let's move on to the other two figures. Who are the other two minifigures in the set, who are Marv Murchkins, I think. I'm never entirely sure how to say that. And Harry Lime, who are obviously the two criminals. I don't know if they really are serious enough to be called criminals. Baddies. But there they are with their matching crowbars. And their torso prints look very good. An interesting choice here, and I did forget to mention it with Kevin. Kevin has the medium-sized legs, but so does Harry, which means Kevin and Harry are the same height. Now, this looks good because Harry is a heck of a lot shorter than Marv, but when you get Kevin involved, it does seem a bit strange. I guess maybe Kevin should have had short legs, but then he wouldn't have been able to sit in his toboggan and a couple of other things, which I'll show you later. So I guess they had to make that bit of artistic license, you could say. But these two look good. Harry's got the cap, which is very accurate to him. He doesn't have an alternate face, obviously, because he can't. But Marv does, and he has the iron print on his face, which, if you haven't watched the film, I'll show you how that comes into play later. But if you have watched the film, you probably know where that's from. And it's a very fitting alternate face, and it gets framed up well by the hair as well. So, if I can get it on. There we go. So yeah, well, I should mention this quickly. This is Kevin's little toboggan, which he rides down the stairs in. I will show you that when we get to it. And there he is sitting on it. Fits him well and looks good. Should probably be wearing a helmet though, although he didn't in the film. So, just don't want to have an accident. Kind of like that. Here is the OK Plumbing and Heating Dodge van, or possibly DHK Plumbing and Heating. Not entirely sure on that, but they are your flood control experts. This is Harry and Marv's little van, which they travel around in a fair bit. It's very fitting to have it here. It is obviously a plumbing van, which is why it has pipes on the roof, and both of them can fit in there. Take the roof off, and there's the steering wheel there, and in the back they have some stuff they've stolen, a tap and a trophy, and there we go. This looks very good. Hang on, there we go. That wasn't on straight, but this does look very good. You can open up the back. There we go. It does look a lot like the van. It's a Dodge Ram van in the film. Obviously, they don't. Actually, they do have Dodge licensing, but I guess they couldn't really. Yeah, but I mean, it's fine. not having any dodge on it. That's it. And the license plates, I believe, are a mention to the fan designer who designed this, because it's an idea set, so it was submitted by a fan, and then Lego changed it slightly and made it into a set. But the van looks good. I like the van. There's the little tree house, which has a zip line on it that connects onto the house. When we look at the house, I'll show you where it connects onto. And now Kevin goes down this zip line when the I'm just going to refer to them as a group. I'm just going to call them the baddies. When the baddies are chasing him, and then once they start climbing along the rope, he uses, well, in the film it's massive garden shear things, but scissors, and cuts it, and then they fall, and logical. But anyway, get that out of the way. This looks really good. Got a nice ladder up, and it can get folded away. The ladder looks really good. Got flag out to the side there. Now, I don't quite get this. There's a plane in the leaves at the top there. I don't quite understand where that plane comes into play. I can't remember there being a little toy plane in the film. I wonder if it's a reference to the fact that his parents and siblings and everything, cousins, left on a plane to go to where was it? Paris. But yes. But it does look very good. It looks pretty similar to the film. And yeah. And this connects onto the house, as I said, and then he can go down it. It doesn't work incredibly well. You have to give him a push. But actually, the zip line goes down better on its own than when he's on it. But anyway, let's look at the house now. Here is the house. I can't really show you it all at once, but we will get in closer and look at details. But first, I'm just going to show you how it opens up. Now, up at the roof, the whole roof hinges open, and that reveals the third floor. So we'll have a look at that in just a second. Then each quarter of the front of the house swings open. So this allows you lots of access into interior details, which we will look at closer in just a second. Just going to mention something. There's 4 chairs here. These chairs are supposed to get all set out neatly, but these are impossible to set out neatly and have them stay. So you're just going to have to, well, I'm just going to pull them out of the house actually. But here is a look at one of them. So they actually are really nice looking, but they just don't behave well. They slide around the place and cause problems, and just I've knackered the house now. Yeah. Anyway, I'll just leave those chairs in there. So out the front here, I'll just shuttle this up so you can see what the house looks like. At the front we have some nice lights along the side, and this little, now this is a nano fig in dark bluish grey. That is to represent the little figure that stands outside the house that gets hit repeatedly by the Little Nero's delivery guy, and also the airport taxi service. I'll show you the Little Nero's, it's a pizza company, and I'll show you the pizza in the house in a second. We have the lights, as I said. We have the wreath on the door. We have the door handle, which is glowing red. This is to represent the heat of it, which burns an imprint into Harry's hand. We have the little windows up on the top, and that's pretty much it for the outside. I mean, it looks very decent, very good. It looks just like house in the film. Now, if you come around the side, there is a little, no, you can't see it. There's a little knob on the side here. Now this rotates some things inside, which I'll show you once we get to inside. On the back here, we have 2 more knobs, which I will show you what they do as well. And then we have this little area, which is the kitchen/basement, which does raise one slight question, because the basement and the kitchen are different heights. So that in the film, the kitchen, this actually splits off. So the kitchen should actually be in equal height to the rest. So this stripe should match up. This tan-coloured stripe should match up with the rest. And then this black should match up with the rest. So it's just, again, a slight bit of artistic license. They couldn't have jacked the house up by that much the whole way because it would have been a waste of space. And it would also made it look a bit weird. But, no, it looks good. You can pull it off the back here, which is actually going to be good for us. Because we'll look at this separately in a second. I'll just pull it out of the way. And around the back, just here is where the zip line connects onto. And that really is it. The house does split off into sections as well, just like the kitchen basement area did. So there you go, there's 3 sections. I'm just going to keep them all together though, because I think we should get a good enough look at the details through the front because of all the opening. This does happen every so often. It's the only way I've really found to manage to open them, but you can sometimes pull these pieces off the side. You've kind of got to grab down low and you can get them opened. And that reveals it all. So, let's get in a bit closer. Here we are in the first room of the house, which is the living room, which I've now got a light shine in there. You can see there that in the centre there is a train track, which is what this rotates, which has that figure, like stand thing on it, of that basketball player. I think that's a basketball player. But that is in the film to make the baddies think there is people in the house. I will show you the other thing that rotates running that knob. On the wall here, I'll just actually, well, you can't see it. I'll just pull it off and show you. Oh, it's stuck on well. How many studs is holding on? Wow, 8. It's a little Empire State Building picture, which is a reference to Home Alone 2, where Kevin goes to New York, whereas the rest of the family go to Florida. And you can see there is also a Christmas tree, which has 2 white doves on it, which is also a reference to Home Alone 2. There's an armchair here, which if I pull out the way, you'll see there is a little, I don't have my pointer with me, a little black box with a sticker on it. That is supposed to represent this Lego set sitting under the tree, which is pretty cool. And there's also some toy cars there, and some baubles which the baddies stand on once they break through this window back here. And there's also a fire with some stockings hung at it, and a few little trophies and plants and things over on the side. Now, I'm going to move you across to the middle and open the door. Now, in there, you can't see it very well, but there's a little flower in at the back. There we go. And there are the stairs, which I'll show you at the end how they look. But they're yeah, I'll show you at the end about them, pretty much. Then we move on to, I believe, the dining room, which, there's my fingers. That's where the kitchen goes on to, and there's some steps up to the kitchen, which is how they sort the whole height problem thing. And then on that record, there is that figurehead, which also spins around there. So that's a record player there. And then there's the table with the chairs, which I've already showed you about the chairs. There is, on the table, pick you up to try and see it. See in there, on that 2x2 disc, that is his highly nutritious microwave macaroni dinner, which unfortunately he never got to eat, but, you know, it's very unfortunate. He has a fan over there in the corner, and a clock, and then some candles, and a wreath. And that's pretty much it for that room. Now we'll go upstairs directly above the room, which I can actually only show you one room at the moment. And that's the bathroom there, which has, you know, sink, toilet, and that's pretty much it. A mirror on the wall, which is actually somewhat reflective. It's almost reflective. You can see me moving around in it. That's kind of the shadow that's moving. It's also got a bottle there and another golden tap like one in the van. And then if we move along here, there is the kind of landing hall, which has a candle and a little plant there, a little lamp, and doors that I've opened into here, which is parents' room, which I'll show you in a bit. This is where the stairs come up, and we're going to move this out of the way, which is what the walls sieve into. That's how they stick. But here is a paint can on a string, which is arguably probably the most iconic trap from the whole thing, which is the paint... I didn't do it right. Which is the paint can that falls down the stairs and hits anybody in the head who is actually going down the stairs. Again, I can show you that better from a top-down angle. And now if we move along again, we get to Buzz's room. Now, Buzz is Kevin's brother. He is not in... He's not got like a figure in here, but he's got his room, which has a gun above the bed. I'm assuming it's a toy gun, but his bed there is a little box with a lock on it, which has actually come open, which has a little, can't really see it, a little love heart piece in it, which has come open. It's just kind of sits in there. And on his desk he has a banner talking about an Xmas sale, and then up at the back there, in here, there is some shelves which have some stuff on them, which Kevin climbs up in the film, and when he gets to the top to try and reach Buzz's money, they fall down. You can make them fall, which happens via one of those knobs on the back. So, just pull that out, and they fall, push it back in, they come back. Works really well. So that's pretty much it for the second floor, except for the parents' room, which I'll show you in a second. But now let's go up to the third floor, which I'm actually going to have to hold the camera for this one, so it'll be a bit shaky. But in here, this is kind of the attic area, which is where Kevin's told to go and sleep on the night before they leave, which is how they forget him. Somehow there's a feather there. Let's go to that. There is his battle plan, which is his whole plan about how to defend the house from the two bad guys, which is also, if we pull this up, on the instruction manual there. So it's really nice, the instruction manual with that on the front. But there's cobwebs there, and a little gumball machine, and that's pretty much it. There's the stairs that come up. That's pretty much it in here. So I'll just shut that down. And then we'll take this off. Now you can get a better view into the second floor. There's the stairs that go up, and there is the tarantula of Buzz's, which is technically what saves Kevin from getting caught by the bad guys. Although he does eventually get caught and saved by Old Man Marley, but that's not included in this set. I'll just put the paint can back. It's got a couple studs there where it can sit. Actually, I'll put it back. And then you just drop it down there. And if you come down here, you can't really see it, but it's supposed to come down there. But anyway, in the parents' room, you have the little alarm clock on the table, which fails to wake them up because of a power outage, which is how they are late for the plane, which is how they forget Kevin, and that's pretty much the whole thing. Nice big 4-poster bed, a little fire in the corner, and right there is a little lamp. Can't really see it very well. And that's pretty much all for the second floor. And I'll take the second floor off. Just put it down there. And here's the first floor. There's the stairs, so they just go across and then up. And if we get Kevin's little toboggan and we slot it in here, sort of, maybe, get it fitted in there like so. It's not, Kevin's fallen off. Oh well, it doesn't need to be on it. And then you just push with one of these actuators at the back. It then goes down the stairs, and in the movie ideally goes out the door, but when the movie does go out the door, but in this didn't quite manage to. You can also see the clock there that has the gong on it, which looks pretty good. That's pretty much it. Now let's go on to the little kitchen bit. So here is the kitchen section of the house, kitchen and basement, I guess. Now here we have a slight bit more of artistic license, because here we are going up to the kitchen at the back door, and the basement is level, whereas in the film you go down to the basement and the kitchen is level, but that's fine. There's a bin here which the pizza delivery man folds over once rapid gunfire can be heard coming from the house. You'll need to watch the film to get that, although I can show you slightly about that. I like the lights here and the cat flap in the door, which Marv sticks his foot through and loses his shoe. There's some ice here to represent... No. There's some blue transparent tiles to represent ice, and there's a door into the basement, but it can swivel around, and the back is pretty open. So down the bottom here, which... we'll go down the bottom first. There is... Zoom in a bit. Hang on, where's my light gone? I've lost my light. There we go. There. So you can see there is a little sticker on the floor there. You can't really see, but it's like a little patch of tar with a sock in it from Kevin's tar trap. There is also a whole bunch of stuff. Well, there's something in an orange container, there's a toolbox, some drawers, a washing machine and a dryer. And then here is the big scary boiler, which in the film glows orange, but I can't get my finger in. Hang on, we'll just take this off. If you press down the back of it, there's a light brick in it. You can't really see it well at the moment because of how light this area I'm filming in is, but that does glow really well and looks good. And that's pretty much that. However, I said before about the iron coming into context, so if you turn this, turn it, and then shake it a little bit, there you go. An iron falls out, which in the film Kevin drops down the laundry chute, and there's the little iron, and that just comes from this section here, which works, it's like a little hopper, and you just put the iron in, and then turn this, you can't see, turn this like that, and then have to shake it a bit, and then hopefully the iron comes out. There is also the little Nero's pizza. It's upside down there though, but because it's open on the counter there. Let's try and get you in. There we go. There's another one sitting there. We also have here the fridge, which has got a really nice sticker on it. Oddly enough, they wanted you to put it right over to the side, so you've got a nice grey bit there, but I guess that's fine. If you open this up, you'll find that inside, they felt like there is more highly nutritious microwave macaroni dinners. 2 of them. That just sit on some shelves in there. Oop. See, some nice shelves. There is also a tap and a sink, and a television with yes, Mr. Gunfire on it himself. So the gunfire coming from the house is actually a television show. There is a blowtorch there, which roasts Harry's head when he comes in the door. There's a microwave there to make your nutritious macaroni in, and that's pretty much all. Yeah, but if we go outside in that little bin, there is a little passport for Kevin, which was knocked in the bin in the commotion caused by some spillage of some beverages, and that was knocked in the bin, and that's how they didn't realise Kevin was missing once they got to the airport. So that's pretty much it all. Yeah, that's really all the details. So now let's have a look at it on a whole. All the spare parts in the set, and there are a lot of them. Yeah, there really are a lot. And there is also 2 enormous sticker sheets. There is a lot of stickers in this in this set. I believe there is about 40 of them. So plenty of stickers. But also some other things which I just need to mention is there is a little... Hang on. I'm getting it ready. There's a little bowl with ice cream in it for Kevin when he made his marshmallow ice cream heart-stopping goop. And a policeman hat for Harry when he's posing as a policeman. And a spoon. So that Kevin can eat his ice cream marshmallow stuff. And that's pretty much it all now. So, there's all the stuff. So, overall, I think this set is very big. It's an enormous box, and it barely fits in my recording spot. But I think this set is absolutely amazing. I think this is probably one of the best idea sets yet. And one of the best Lego sets yet, I think. It's very, very good. My biggest complaint with it probably would be the little chairs that don't stay up. Which, when your biggest complaint is chairs, it's a pretty good set. That really would be it. And also, it's sometimes a bit difficult to open these panels, but I mean, really, this really is amazing. I would highly recommend this set. I really, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm going to be putting out a video very soon about how to motorize all the movements inside the house. So look out for that, and I will talk to you again very soon. Bye for now.